Hello, this is Donna of Shalom World bringing you the news from around the globe. IWOPF, a grassroots movement of the Catholics and Christians from around the world, is organizing an international week of prayer and fasting to pray for an end to the culture of death and to have a newfound appreciation for basic human rights, particularly here in the United States. The 27th International Week of Prayer and Fasting will begin on Saturday, November 2nd. The chairman of the International Prayer and Fasting Coalition stated that the current grave crisis in the Church and the world can only be fully remedied by heaven's spiritual weapons of the Holy Mass, Eucharistic Adoration, the Holy Rosary, and fasting. She added that our Lord, His Blessed Mother, and the saints have told us that these spiritual weapons will destroy evil. Leaders of the Catholic, Orthodox, Jewish, and Islam faiths signed a joint declaration at the Vatican expressing their opposition against euthanasia and physician-assisted suicide. On behalf of the Catholic Church, Archbishop Vincenzo Paglia, head of the Pontifical Academy for Life, signed the declaration. Later, the signatories presented a copy of the joint declaration to Pope Francis. The declaration states that the three Abrahamic religions oppose any form of euthanasia, that is, the direct, deliberate, and intentional act of taking life, as well as physician-assisted suicide, that is, the direct, deliberate, and intentional support of committing suicide, because these actions fundamentally contradict the inalienable value of human life and therefore and inherently and consequentially, morally and religiously wrong and should be forbidden without exceptions. In response to the introduction of the Northern Ireland Act, which would decriminalize abortion and legalize same-sex marriage in Northern Ireland, Irish priest Father Patrick McCafferty has urged pro-abortion politicians to refrain from receiving Holy Communion. He said it was a complete and utter contradiction to promote abortion and still consider oneself a practicing Catholic. Father McCafferty explained that to be publicly pro-choice abortion is irreconcilable with being a faithful Catholic. Therefore, such persons should not approach the Holy Eucharist. If they do so, they are committing the mortal sin of sacrilege. At the closing Holy Mass of the Amazon Synod, Pope Francis conveyed a strong message discouraging the exploitation and enslavement of the poor and downtrodden by the superior powers throughout the world. The Holy Father expressed great concern over the way the world is increasingly being dominated by a certain section of society, while the poor are being deprived of their land, other resources, and even basic human rights. He also urged the Church not to be silent, but to listen to the voice of the poor. The Synod of the Bishops of the Pan-Amazon region started on October 6th and officially closed on October 27th. Thank you for watching and for your support. Stay in touch on social media, our app, and online at shalomworld.org. May you walk in the light of the Lord, and may peace be with you always.